if you want to bring this person back, we could still do that. We could still do the reconciliation, and he will still be in your life as you are still married. We could still do that. And we can work on making him a better person to yourself, and then eventually see within the lines after, you know, a few months of you reconciling with this man, see if we can put him where we want him to be in, okay, for your life right now. Because as of right now, there has nothing been done toward that or any situation. So as of right now, I see him in a relationship with another woman who will also be married or have some type of living arrangements with someone else. As of right now, that's what I see. Yep. And I do see him here in the same line, because I feel that you are determined to make him to even live with you, whether you're married or not. I still see that you're being very stubborn with that. And that you are going to do, which I see this clearly, whatever it takes to make me his wife, is what you're saying to yourself. And I do see you doing so. I do see you doing the spells here. I do see that. It's going to take you a while, but hey, if your determination is as it is here, it will take you a while, but you'll get there. May not be this year, but it will take you a while. I do feel he cares for you though. Okay? I can see that. I do feel that he likes you quite a bit in here and whatnot. There's going to be another woman that he's going to be intimate with. And that woman is going to be right off the back, oh, I want this and I want that and I want to be with you and whatnot. But I don't see him taking that either. I don't. As of right now, I don't see him wanting to be stable, married, or having children. The Capricorn. I don't even know why I keep saying Capricorn. There must be a Capricorn that you know of, that you talk to, a friend of yours, huh? Who is he? Someone that flirts with you, and you probably have this person in mind? Because he's been out of my mouth since we started the reading. Anyways. So yes. Since we haven't started that certain spell, as of right now, what I see him being in another relationship with another woman who would also be married, not doing well. That will not last. To him, it won't last. But to the woman, she's going to fall for him as you has fallen for him. Okay? Keep that in mind. And I think that this other person, it's not necessarily that he likes this woman, but I feel that this woman could be older than him, and that woman is providing him some type of support, like money and whatnot. So keep that in mind. Okay? He does like you. And he does find himself that he could fall in love with you. He does. Okay? But I have to tell you that your spouse is in love with you too. It keeps bringing me back here. It's what I see. You're going to be very tormented by this, because I feel that your spouse will try to find a way to reconcile with you, or at least bring it up and, you know, to your attention. And you're going to be wondering, should I stay or should I go? Should I, you know. At this time, if your husband decides to do something like that, I feel that you need to give yourself a chance on this, okay? If your husband doesn't know about this other person, it's best not to. And then do what you can at home in the meantime while this person returns, if that's what you choose to do. But if you feel that you have no such love for your spouse and you want to set him free so he can find his happiness elsewhere, then I do see him here finding happiness elsewhere with someone else who's a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sun rising. Okay? I do see that eventually for your spouse. But he does care for you. Taurus cares for you too, but he is right now lingering into his own mess, into his own situation here. And now let me see your questions here. Again, I do feel there will be communication, but not anytime soon. So having said that, I do feel that you will be the one reaching out to him, because you don't want anytime soon. You want it now, now, now. Okay? Yes. Before number one, you asked something. If I bring this person back with that spell that you want to do, yes, what you can do with this person is when he returns is mend your heart, because he will come in, but it will be up to you to do this closure with him. So what I can do is, and the reconciliation is, do the spell to where he can come into you sooner or later, keep that in mind, and then you will have the option to end things with him if you choose to. You will have the option to put closure to this, instead of him walking the way he did, walking away the way he did. So that will be a key factor to you, that it will help you out if we do this reconciliation, because I can bring him back to you, but that will give you the option for you to be with him intimately, to be with him however it is you want to be with him, and also to let him go and put closure to yourself, so you will be the one discarding him instead of him discarding you. That you can definitely do, okay? Because I feel that you're hurting mostly because of the way he left, and because of the way he did the things. So he left you in a time of what the fuck happened here, you know? I thought we had this. I thought we were better than this. And so I could definitely do that. So you can be the one to, when he returns, you can be the one to set him free before he does it, okay? Yes, again, and he will be, to your surprise, he will be reaching out to you, but don't expect it anytime soon, okay? It's best that I don't give you time, because that way you're not sitting there by your phone and your watch looking at the time, today, tomorrow, when. Don't, because then that will means that it will be way before you expect it. Then you yourself will call out the energy to be for months if you keep it that way. And yes, number two, the breakup has affected him, because I do feel that he likes you, even though he's out there flirting and talking to other people because of the business and whatnot. But it has affected him. He does like you, and he does misses you. He does think of you, okay? And then also because he hasn't been as functional as he should be in the intimacy for those reasons. Yes, number two, it has affected his life, the way he processes things daily. It's almost like little things that he does. He thinks back of the things that he said to you or did with you, or you said to him or did for him. He felt almost attached to you to an extent, but he felt that he had to let go. It's how he felt for that. Was he close to your spouse or what? Did he meet your spouse or what? And number three, yes, I do believe he's talking to someone else as we speak. He is, but that's not going to last. It's not going to last. Whoever it is he's talking to is nothing seriously, and it's not going to last. I don't see any addictions here, and if he has any, will be probably money, because he's all about concentrating on how to make money, how to improve himself. I don't see an addiction that I need to seriously see. I don't see it, and if he does, it's not as serious, or at least he doesn't consider it to be seriously. But he has love for money, that's for sure. No, he's not a serial cheater. He's just indulges into himself. No, he did not cheat on you. Talking flirtation is not cheating to him. So no, he did not cheat on you. It was his normal habit of business, I guess, is what you want to call it. At this point in number 7, you can have that communication, and loving depends on how you receive his interactions. on a loving communication or, you know, relationship. It depends on you. I do feel that you will try to, because you are in love with him, but I think that your temperament will be a something that you need to work on. Okay. Is he supposed to be in your life? If you allow it to be, he will be there as long as you allow it to be, because he may be here for a temporary outcome, but if you choose to keep his energy, he can stay as long as you let this energy in. And he may not be there in a physical realm in your life, but he could be here present in your energy, in your mental thoughts and spirit thoughts, because you're constantly bringing him. You're constantly thinking of him. So only if you allow it to be, he's there, for the long or short term. But as of right now, he will continue to be in your life. I don't see this relationship over. I didn't see it at the first, and I don't see it here in the second spread. I don't see you and him as a consideration of relationship over. I don't see that. Okay? So therefore, what it tells me is that there will be a return of him sooner or later. Number 9. Will you be ever... Yeah, you'll be financial. I think that if you feel that you need to save now. But if you ever decide to separate from your spouse, I don't see it again. But if you ever decide to be separated from your spouse, he will do what he needs to do for how he's been doing things for you and his children. Okay? Just be aware that don't go out there spending all nilly-willy. Yes, your spouse, if you decide to separate, he will be there as friends. If that's what you talk to him about, then he will be there to be that supportive of you. I do feel that I'm going to tell you that even if you somehow something happens and you do divorce your spouse, which I don't see it here, I do feel that there will be trying to be some type of reconciliation between you two in the future. Okay? Because again, I feel that you will acknowledge that eventually you had feelings for your spouse. What happens is that when one gets cheated and whatnot, feel betrayed, we hold on to that negative energy and we forget of the love that we have for that person, including for those that cheat. They cheat because they feel left out, they feel neglected and whatnot, but they forget that they are still in love with their partner. And if that's not the case, they make them realize that they were never in love with their spouse. But that's something that happens right before you get married. You know whether or not you're in love with the person you married. You are aware of that thing. So if you were once in love with your spouse, then you still are. You've probably lost feelings toward that love, but I still that you still are. Or if you don't realize, you will eventually. As well as your spouse, he will realize that. I do feel that accordingly to, if we continue to do and work on this Taurus, I do feel that he cares for you, and he can definitely end up falling in love with you. I do feel that you love this person to such an extent. Okay? Okay, let me see here. Yeah, I know it's hard. It happens. Sometimes people enter in such relationship. You know, I'm no one to judge, but sometimes the things that we're missing so much in our marriage and the lack of that our partner has in us, that you end up, you know, paying attention to the wrong people sometimes. Every now and then you end up paying attention to the right person when you're married, and sometimes you end up in a third party without even wanting to. That's why, you know, a lot of times I let my viewers or whoever comments, please keep it mindful that a lot of the times, majority of the time, this is not what we are looking for or wanting. It just happens to be and exist, and we make the wrong choices. And sometimes we comment at certain things. Why? Because either we've been hurt like that before, or someone that you know has been hurt in that sense of a level, and so we intend to put in what we're feeling through, you know, through the comments and whatnot. So that I always tell my clients, please keep it respectful, or to the viewers that comment. because a lot of times there are people, and I have clients a lot, that they end up in a third-party situation without even wanting to or knowing to. Okay? So, it's to each his own. Now, Arcanos, show me here what must need to know. Show me what must need to know here for my client, Arcanos. And we are still with Taurus, because it's mainly what we're focusing on in this spread. Taurus. Show me Arcanos. Thank you. Well, I see him more focused in trying to stabilize a business, on trying to make things for himself happening, worried about income, worried about trying to start something new, not knowing whether or not to do so or just stay as it is. Okay. So again, this will still be for the Taurus, but I can still see the overall for everyone involved here. Okay. Again, it keeps showing me a piece of Scorpio, Cancer, someone arising that is going to enter your life. So definitely this person is someone that you're going to be very attracted to. And I'm sensing that this person is going to make a lot of changes in your life, including on how you feel toward this Taurus. Okay? He is going to be moving from place of wherever it is that he's living with. He's going to end up moving from that environment in this year. He's going to change to another home for his own benefit. He's going to be happy with that. I feel that communication will be very deceitful from his comings. I don't know if it's because of money or towards someone here, another female. Okay? He is going to fall in love with you, and he is going to be intimate with you. There will still be communication with you back and forth with him. Okay? I do feel that you're still going to be struggling here on having to talk seriously to your spouse in reference to your marriage, but I still don't see a divorce happening still on the third spread. I don't see a divorce happening for you and your spouse. I just don't. Okay? I do feel that because of the family, you're going to try to make some arrangements there between you and your spouse because of the children is what I'm sensing here, and it will be to your benefit. Keep that in mind. I think that to your benefit at this time, I would not recommend you divorcing your spouse. Okay? Not unless you feel that it's a must by any means, then do so. But at this time, I will not recommend it. At this time, what you need to do is try to say whatever it is you can through your spouse and whatnot. And then when this Taurus comes into your life, then you can renew something else better with him. I do feel that at the distance, I don't know if it's a city that you're distanced with or just like, you know, miles away from this person. If it's miles away that you have in distance from the Taurus, then I can see this coming a lot sooner than anything. But if it's a distance like state, it will take a little bit longer. Okay? If it is that kind of distance, I feel that he will adventure into, you know, meeting someone and dating someone else. I don't see this to be a very serious relationship. He will enter into some type of intimacy with another person, is what I see here, before you coming. But again, I don't see him taking this relationship seriously. What I do feel is that that woman she's going to fall for him too. And she's going to think that she's the one and whatnot. I don't see it. Even though this is a spread for you, I feel that he's going to be in and out of here with women that are married or living with someone, and he's just taking advantage of them. Is almost how I see it. And only you know him best. But I feel he's going to be talking to or friends with benefits with these women because they're also married. And he is getting I want to say a rise out of that. You know, maybe they're supporting him with money or through his business or what have you here. Okay, and these women think that they could get something else out of him. Almost like you. That's what I'm getting here. I don't know why, but yeah. Okay, so be aware of that. Again, because he's doing that, because he's playing the field, he's going to end up falling in love for you, but also for someone else. Okay, it's how I see happening here for the Taurus sometime after 6 months in 2018. I do feel that he does care for you in a quite great deal, and as a matter of fact, he's falling for you more than his share. And eventually he's also going to fall for someone else here. Okay, it is what it is. When he comes back, that energy can change and it can be switched depending on how he acts. Okay, I do see him moving from home, which it will be to his own benefit. And I'm not sure if when he returns, you might even decide to temporarily move from your house with your husband, only because you want to secure this relationship with the Taurus. Be careful with that. I wouldn't do it. Okay, I wouldn't do it. Not right now. It's too soon. Not right now. It's too soon. And I'm going to tell you that depending on the business that this Taurus have, which is it's going to be complicated. Because depending on the business that this person have, the Taurus, I think that you need to involve yourself within his business. You know, build the business together so that way you have a lot to do in his business. Involve yourself so that way you know who comes in and out. And then you keep closer eye on him. But that's going to take a lot of energy and a lot of work. And I don't know if you really want to be into that or if he would allow you to. But that will be the only way to keep a leash on him, is what I want to say. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to go that far. But I feel you are. I feel you're so determined to have this man no matter what. I do see him lingering sometime after 6 months elsewhere, you know. I don't see it to be seriously. And I do see him returning to you. Probably because you will act on what we discussed. And so therefore things are going to change in a different aspect of your life later on. Okay? Again, I do not see any divorce happening here between you and your spouse. It may be a situation where you will decide to distance yourself or go on a vacation or go and move temporarily from your home because you want to live with the Taurus. Here is what I'm sensing here, that you're going to try to do that, because I definitely see movement of home here for the Taurus in 2018. Closer to the end. So yeah, that could be a number of possibilities here accordingly to how you receive these messages. Okay, but I definitely see you reconciling with him in some time, hopefully before 3 months, or hopefully sooner. And I do see you being intimate with him. I do see this reviving. And I do see the distance between you and your spouse within the home here. But again, I don't see the divorce here happening. Okay? It doesn't show me that. It doesn't show me that here. So let's see. Okay, so now I'm going to do this real quick. You, and this is for you. Okay? The circle will be for you as of right now, and then I'll see how I do next. Arcana, show me what must I need to know here. You and your spouse are priest and high priestess, and Taurus will be the emperor. Arcana, show me for my client here. You're looking forward to it. I see the news coming in here in a very short time. Either you reaching out to him or him reaching out to you. Okay? I think we're going to make that happen. Well, you're feeling lonely in your marriage and you want to end it here. I don't see it happening as of right now, but maybe it will start playing out for you sometime after 6 months, okay? It might be possible if you want it. Well, you're going to make things happen. That's just what it is. When you set your mind to it, you set your mind to it. So in this circle here for 2018, the news will be happening here. You will have communication in a very short time between you and this Taurus is what I'm seeing here. So I'm sensing that if you don't hear from him, you're going to be the one reaching out to him. Here it is, your marriage here. What I'm sensing here is that you're acting a little bit naive in reference to your marriage here. You're acting like it's all his fault in this situation. But I feel that it's a mutual thing here that happened between you and your spouse. You know, I feel that both of you are partially at fault in this marriage. He's feeling lonely also within his marriage with you, and you are also going through this situation here. So basically the lack of communication, the lack of attempting to work this marriage is what's causing this downfall. Okay? But you do want the divorce, is saying here. I feel that there will be an attempt, but sometime after 6 months. I don't see it necessarily happening. I just feel that the attempt will be there. And I do see the return of the Taurus happening here, and you'll be all happy and whatnot. But you have to be careful, because I feel that you're so into this man that it's almost like you feel, like you sense, you're, you know, dreaming of him, including imagining, feeling that you're being intimate with this person, and you're just feeling like you're addicted to him almost, you know. There will be some secrets that he will be hiding here, is what I'm sensing here, or that you'll be afraid that he will be dishonest with you in some level or some shape or form. But I'm also sensing that you will also be doing this through yourself, and including your marriage. Okay, now let me see here. I kind of show me a must need to know here. Thank you. What's going on here? Thank you, Arcanas. Yeah, you're longing for this person to come in. You feel so head over heels for this person, unbelievably. You gave it in too soon and too fast. That's what I feel. Okay. Yes, you want to replace your husband with the Taurus. Plain and simple. That's how I see it. That's what you're wishing for. And you're willing to work at it. You're willing to talk to this person and try to work it out. You will be seeing him. Okay. I think that we're gonna make that attempt and whatnot, but you will be seeing him in a very short time. I can't tell you when, but I just have to leave it at that. Okay. I cannot. I wish I could, but they're saying no. You're not allowed to tell her when she's going to be seeing this man, because it's telling me that you're impatient. So I cannot tell you when, but you will be seeing this man in a very, I'll just say short time. Okay. That's it. Now, let me see here. We are going to show me a must need to know. Show me a must need to know. Okay, now let's do the circle for the Taurus. Gonna show me Taurus. Again, Taurus will be the Emperor, and you are the High Priestess. Arcana, show me. Thank you. Arcana, show me a must need to know here. You are the High Priestess, and he is the Emperor. Thank you, Arcana. Well, he really is concentrating in his work here. I want to see something here. He's making some contracts here, talking to other people in reference to his job here. And there is another woman. I don't see this woman be very significant in the first part of 2018, but I do feel that there is another woman coming in here. Whoever it is, he's going to break up and he's going to move. Plain and simple, okay? And then he'll come around. Even though you were not in his spread, it's fine. He'll come around eventually. Okay? It's okay because you're not in his spread. But right now he's concentrating in his business. He's trying to fix the things here for himself here. He's trying to come up. He's trying to make money. He's trying to do something for him and for himself. Okay? He is going to be seeing someone. As of right now, it's not very significant. The woman thinks it is, but it will not be. This relationship will be a broken relationship before sometime, I want to say June or July. Either way, he's going to call it quits with whoever that woman is eventually. Okay? It's not very significant to him, even though it shows here on the circle. He's going to break up with that person and he's going to move away from that person. So whoever it is that he's living with, he's going to break that bond with that person. I don't know if it's a mother or a family member or just another woman here. I feel that there is another woman who is has a lot to do in his life there for the meantime. And he is going to move, and then he's going to find himself starting a new relationship or just new contracts as well with other people. Okay? Now, let's see. Show me a must need to know here. Show me a must need to know here. Well, he actually has feelings for you, this man. He does. Hidden feelings, almost, I want to say. That he feels for you, but there are hidden feelings for some reason. He doesn't want to admit to himself that he cares for you more than his share. Okay? And he's wondering whether or not you're going to leave your husband. So I'm sensing that he knows your husband. And so he feels guilty of that. Could be. But he does. He thinks every now and then to reach out to you. Okay? He does. He thinks that he wants to reach out to you. He just doesn't know. He thinks of you when he's out, you know, about to fall asleep and whatnot. There is another woman who shows here as a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising here. Okay?